Hi everyone, Digga here, and I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends What If Zombie Captain America. This is part of the new Build-A-Figure Watcher wave based off of the new Disney Plus series, which is pretty fantastic. Can you dig it? I don't really get like zombified figures. As soon as I saw this guy though, the stylistic way that they did it is really sweet. So let's take a quick look, shall we? You'll see him encased in his tomb, super angry at the world. You have the sort of standard Marvel Legends packaging. On the side, however, you do get the really nice art based off of the show CGI. You'll see Cap with his big old, like, bright yellow eyes at the sort of white, very stylish there. Up top, you'll see there is the Eye of the Watcher, always watching, sometimes acting. Same art on the side here. And then on the back, you have the full listing of all the characters, the bio. They've really upped their game with this packaging art. It's super nice. I really love it. So you have a nice shot here of Cap looking all, well, dead. So again, the Build-A-Figure is the Watcher himself. You got Zombie Cap, you got T'Challa Star-Lord, you got Captain Carter, you got Zombie Hunter Spidey, Doctor Strange Supreme. I really like that episode. That episode was just, whew, pure Steins Gate. I loved it. Then you got the Heist Nebula, and of course, Sylvie from Loki, which is not, obviously not part of the What If, I mean, kind of is. What if Digga actually got all the rest of the figures he pre-ordered on time, right? This is the first one that came in the mail. I don't know where the rest of them are, but let's go ahead and open it up, shall we? This is the first time I'm actually doing like a regular figure kind of review. I don't know how this is going to go. Again, not scripted. But let's just give it a try. There's Zombie Cap in all his glory. Here's the sort of back insert, which is, I believe that's the train, the subway train, right? You know, obviously that's where it comes from. He bursts out. He does crazy stuff in that episode. And it matches my background too, which is pretty nice. A lot of these reviews I've been doing have been like, here's a purple thing. Here's a space thing. Good timing. So here he is in his big old bubble. Let's take everything out. Just dump it out. Just give him the old 1 and 2. The heave ho, the push. There he is. There is Zombie Cap himself, looking ferocious, looking just, you know, he's coming at you. You don't want to see this guy in the subway anywhere in the world, honestly. What really sold me on this, obviously, first of all, the head sculpt. Let's immediately just look at just how just visceral he is. He's just a mouth agape, ready to chomp down. He's got like this, the chin strap is coming off. I really like that detail. There's a lot of like gory paint apps and stuff that really sell this figure. You'll see here in the chest, he's got like the exposed rib cage. And there's like the little splatters here. There's some splatters right down here on the chest. You'll see it kind of just bleeds down here. And then you've got a bunch of scrapes. I'm just in awe of the details of this. You got a lot of little showing parts. You've got tattered clothing. You've got rips. You got tears. You got blood. You got snares. All this crazy stuff. And of course, doesn't get any crazier than these legs. I mean, wow. The way that they were able to get this sculpted and have it just, you know, just to have it look so nice. I mean, like, come on, look at this. You got like this open space. You got the bone poking out. There's like actual gaps. And yet the figure still feels very solid. That's crazy. Big old gushy side part here. I could not say no to this figure. It's just, wow. It is just all gushing. Not just the goo. Not just the blood from the soul. I'm gushing about how cool this is. And then down here we have the sort of mismatched, here's a foot side with like the actual sculpting in it. Then there's the boots that have all the, you know, the typical Cap boot look. But you can kind of tell that this leg is also more worn down, more skeletal. You've seen some better times. Actually, now that I'm looking closely at this, I'm noticing that up here, this part is actually like a different, like it's painted over. So maybe this entire piece was blue plastic. I don't see that anywhere else on the figure. Let's do a quick turnaround. We got some more stuff on the back, of course. You have really nice paint apps right here on the sort of the clasp for the buckle, or whatever you call it, the harness. That's probably the term. And a little bit more of that, some bone stuff going on here, more tattered, ripped clothes, just dangling all over the place. Here's the rest of the other side of the leg. You can see right through there, just like, pew, you know, you try to take the shot, it's going right through. It ain't working. I just can't believe that they got this to work with all these gaps and stuff. It's still very solid. I like that a lot. I love the way this looks. And he's got, in terms of articulation, I'm not a professional at this, so please bear with me. He's got the usual sort of ball joint on the head. You can give him all those sort of, you know, those crazy looks. You can have him do like, oh gosh, you can even have his head go like all the way up here, kind of like bend backwards. You can do, what I'm excited for is the posing, because you can do some really funky zombie poses. You can, his head's got no shortage of range. It can come off. So you can have him do sort of a, you could put him on display somewhere at 2 cap. Very satisfying pop. Now for the upper torso, you do have that nice sort of ab crunch. There's no restrictions really. You can just go for it. You can do all the zombie poses. It also it's funny for these figures. Sometimes when you have the ab crunch kind of going up, they look a bit bloated, like, you know, they just had like a big old meal, went to a buffet. Or in this case, you could actually use this as kind of like he's about to go boom. Ugh, a little macabre. Sorry about that, but it kind of fits. The arms, they have, for the little harness here, they're not really limited. You have the full rotation, you have the upper, you can angle it all over the place. Again, apologies, there's proper terms for all these, but I don't have them all memorized, even though I've been watching reviews for a very long time. You have like the, you know, the shoulder, you have the bicep swivel, you have the sort of inward double jointed, I believe is the term. And then the hands have full rotation as expected. You could do some really crazy displays with this. Like you could have him like all broken down, like on the ground. You could probably even remove some other parts if you wanted to. I've already broken his arm several times. Not literally broken. He's fine. The figure is okay. Cap's not okay, though. Anyway, moving on. He can rotate his entire waist around. So, again, you could do some crazy stuff here. You know, he's coming at you. You could have, like, a little graveyard display where, like, you know, he's backwards because someone ran over him with the truck, but he can still try to get up and get you. This is so cool. This range is fantastic. I'm so glad I got this one first, honestly. My 2 stars were this one and, of course, Captain Carter. But watching the rest of the What If have made me want the entire wave now. So I only have a few more coming, but I might have to cave on the other ones. And then down here at the legs, you have the sort of, like the hip joints, the holy legs. Don't get in the way. They're nice and solid. You have the nice bend at the knees that's double jointed down here as well. On both sides, though, I think, yeah, over here, because of the thickness of the boot piece, you're not going to be getting that full. It's not quite 90 degrees, but it's double jointed enough. You can have him doing like a slam dunk. Or even like, just like a JoJo pose here. Gonna score a goal. I have too much fun on my figures. And then also, down here at the feet, you have the usual sort of ankle pivot, I believe is the term. You can rock that sucker back and forth. It's kind of hard to show at a good angle here, but he's got some rocking. You can bend the foot all the way backward. You can get some pretty crazy poses. You could be doing like a limbo or something. And then on the booted side, obviously it's not going to be Well, actually, it's not as restricted. Yeah, he's got the ankle rockers. I think that's their actual term. And this one actually goes like almost all the way around. Like in comparison to the foot. No, you can do the foot too. Interesting. Very exciting. Alrighty. So you can get to some really crazy poses, like if you want to do sort of a, you know, he's charging at you. This isn't very realistic, but, you know, if he's just going, you know, straight up, trying to hunt you down, it looks like he's looks like he's falling out of a plane. You can have him like coming right at you. I don't have a good way to show this. You can have him be like, you know, brains, I'm gonna get ya. He looks so empty back there in this big cosmic void. Or you could do sort of a more stereotypical, you know, generic like zombie just coming straight for you, just dun 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 dun. More importantly, you could probably do like a really crazy sort of bend back, like give him like the expression that he's you know, he immediately turned around to try to grab whoever's nearby. This is a weird pose, but that's kind of the fun in this. You can give him whatever sort of zombie pose you want to do. He sounds like a ballerina, honestly. And I believe you could probably hold that pose if I would, you know, just kind of angle it better. I don't know what this pose is supposed to be. I should probably angle my camera better next time. Apologies. Let's go for one more. Let's have him doing like a sort of... I was going to do like a Kaioken move for a second there. Let's give him like a... Like, he still kind of generally knows that he's going to try to get you. He's going to, you know, he's coming. I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to stick with that. And maybe just have him sort of like arcing forward. See, that's a good thing, is that if you're not good at posing, he could just fall on the ground. If you're not good at posing, you know, it's a zombie figure. There's no right or wrong way to pose a zombie. This pose looks like he just got caught in the act of stealing something, or the searchlights found him, or he's trying to crawl up, or something crazy. Also, something I've completely forgotten to mention is the shield itself. This one is, it's a bit more... It's supposed to be kind of bloody. You get little hints of, you know, like right here, there's sort of a pink spray, and it is sort of a darker cherry red than usual. And on the back, unlike other cap shields, this one is fully red. I think in the past, they've all been sort of silver on the back. Yeah, I think so. Usual buckles. You can, you know, you can give it to him. He can kind of just like ham-fisted in there, and you know, he's still cap. He can still like drop down from the rooftops, and he's doing a superhero landing. You still have him like charging towards you. I know his arm is broken, but that's, you know, we're gonna pretend that's not happening. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me actually, you know, properly fix his arm while I'm here. I think I just made it worse. But you can pretend that he was, you know, once again, hit by a couple cars. All that good stuff. And yeah, it doesn't really matter which arm you do, because, again, he's a zombie. It's not like it truly matters. He's not smart enough to know if he uses his right hand or his left hand predominantly. Though, technically, in the comics, the zombies are relatively sentient and not too fond of being zombies. So what do I know? I haven't actually read them. I've just seen like the out of context images and stuff. You know, like, I don't want to eat my friend, but they look pretty tasty. Let's do some comparison, shall we? First off, let's bring in a standard Marvel Legends cap. And then we'll also bring in a worthy cap. Yeah, that's right. Relatively the same figure, but, you know, different sculpting. It's caps all around. Caps lock. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Then let's kind of get weird with it. I have this old, this multiverse vampire Batman from, like, I don't know, 2011. When did that come out? I don't remember. That thing's bonkers. What a weird figure. But that's why I love figures. There's so much weird stuff out there. For good measure, let's bring in another zombie. That's right, the one, the only, dangerous zombie. You can have him match up and, you know, just be crazy zombie peeps together. Yeah. Faces only a mother could love. So that was a quick look at the Marvel Legends What If Zombie Captain America figure. I really like this guy a lot. He's got a lot going on for him. Very stylistic, very cool. I love the sculpting. I love the paintwork. I'm really, really glad I got this. I still gotta wait for the rest of my figures, but I figured I'd give this a shot. You know, I get a lot of these, and I wanted to give it an old try to a little review. And if I missed anything, let me know. I'll be trying to do more stuff in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.